This is Dorothy Aller. Think of somebody that's either no longer with her in the church and a special thought or memory about any of those people.
Talk over here, Dorothy.
I may be the only one that would remember her, but there was a lady by the name of Mrs. Duke. She was a typical grandmother shape, and she was in charge of the nursery, and we had babies then, and she was just perfect for the place. She didn't have any children herself, but she had a big stomach.
Who was she? What was her name?
Duke. That was her last name. I don't remember her first name.
Huh. Okay. What do you think is the biggest change in First Baptist Church since you first started coming here? How has it changed?
Well, they stopped having their jitney suppers, for one thing.
And what's a jitney?
What the heck's a jitney?
Well, we put the food out, or they did. I didn't help. They put the food out on tables, and for each food they selected was a nickel.
Huh. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of like our dime a dip that we did. Okay. And can you say one word or phrase that would best describe how you feel about this church or church family?
What was the last part of your question?
One word or phrase that describes how you feel about the church or the church family?
Well, I feel good. It seems to me that there is a better relationship in the whole group, and I feel good about it. It is improving.
And how long have you been a member of this church?
Oh dear. My folks moved up here in 19. I'm going to say 1934. And I guess I've been a member since then.
Okay, thanks, Dorlick and Howard Kane. Just basically, are there any special remembrances of either people that aren't with us, or just a special event or a time in the church that strikes you or that stands out in your mind?
Any of you can jump in.
Well, I came down here, started coming back to this church in 1954, and I moved down here with the kids, and my husband hadn't sold a store, and I can remember putting Carol in a buggy and pushing her all the way up here. All my kids were baptized here, and part of them married here.
Okay. Anybody else? Any special people that are maybe not with us any longer that you
All
have?
Baptists are special.
That's true. Any memory or of a certain person that kept you here, or that said something good to you at one time that stuck with you?
Well, I hope the preacher said something that stuck with me.
Well, I think the lady I remember most is Mrs. Swift.
What about Mrs. Swift? Who was she?
Well, she was a Sunday school teacher, and back when I was a kid, she was filling in the church. And,
I can remember my grandma talking about her a lot.
yeah.
What a wonderful lady
just
she was.
One of those perfect ladies, I thought.
Yeah. That's what I remember grandma saying a lot about her. Yeah, any of you, we talked with several about when the church burned. Any special memories of that?
Well, I remember that real well.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
That was something that made you cry.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Anything that's changed a lot from the time when you first started coming here? Whether for good or bad, whatever.
We aren't broke all the time.
and we used to be? Did we? Let's see. Any one word or phrase that best describes how you feel about the church or the church family?
At home.
I'd say the same.
Okay. Seeing the McKinneys sitting here, I can remember when Carla and I used to sit in the back of the church and play hangman during the sermon. Okay, well, we thank you all for talking with us.
We'll go, all three of you together.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, of course, I've got a lot of memories of the church. I've been in it all my life. My mother, who's 92 now, went there as a child and all through her life. One of the thrills was that my kids were all raised here. They were all baptized. And Mom used to brag when she was sitting in church that there were 4 generations of her family, her and Jan and me and my kids, and her kids. And one of the funny things I'll always remember is communion. When we used to have communion, it was hot weather sometimes, and the windows were open, and flies would get in the church. And even though we have communion now with air conditioning, and we don't have flies, Mom always sat with her hand over her communion cup, and we still do that because Mom did, so flies wouldn't get in our communion cup.
Okay. Charlotte or Margie, any special?
Well, I've been here in this church since 1926. That's telling my age. My mother brought me when I was just an infant, and I've been coming ever since. And I had 3 daughter-in-laws, and they all were baptized. I felt like a little bit because of me. And then when my mother, she was a grand old church-going woman, and I know when I was just a child, like there were 2 ladies by the name of Grace Herring that came to church here, and they sang that song so much about grace, grace, God's grace, and I know I complained to the minister. I said, why don't they have a song about my mother? She was
Lottie, huh?
she was a good church woman.
Thoughts or remembrances?
I just know that I've always been here. It seems like you just came whether you wanted to or not. I can remember that I very seldom did we ever go home to eat. We were either with the Allens, the Riffies. Sometimes I even got to go to the movie on Sunday afternoon with Carol. Normally I wouldn't have gotten to go. The funniest thing that ever happened to me in this church was your father, Jim. When everybody in the church is assigned a seat where you sit, and you don't sit in their pews. So I was sitting in my pew, and all of a sudden, here comes this red-headed man, plops down beside me, looks at me, jumps up and runs. He was red hair, he sat down like Carol. That's my goodness.
At least he didn't lean over and give you a big old kiss.
No, I had his arm on the back of the pew, though.
Eddie Ray Dibbler and Spud and Betty Wallace. Anything that you guys want to relate to us as far as some special memory in the church, some special person that's meant a lot to you, or any event?
Well, I think there's been a lot of people who've been special. We miss those that aren't with us anymore. And
Any special stories or events that you recall, or anything different in the church from when you first came to the church?
oh my, yes, it's really known. And the room is so pretty. This room is so thankful for this room.
Anything else, A-Ray?
Well, I think what I remember most is when I was Sunday school superintendent and took care of Bible study and Christmas programs, and I was so thankful when Debbie came along because now I can enjoy them. So, and then of course I miss all the ones that were here when I started out. Justina, Helen Pittman, all of those, Dorothy Christopher, right.
Anything else anybody wants to add?
Yes, I remember a lot of work done on the church, like we used to shingle the parsonage. I can remember painting the floor, and in the old church, all those bring back memories.
And you guys remember the day the church burned? That
Yeah.
seemed to be what everybody...
We was in church that day, and we went home, and somebody called us and said, hey, the church is burned down.
Yeah.
Couldn't hardly believe it.
Yeah. Anything else anybody want to add? Anything special you want to talk about the church?
I've been coming to this church ever since 1938, and we've had a lot of good family things going on here with our family in the church, and it really means a lot to me.
Okay.
I appreciate all the people here.
remember just different youth events that we went on, like the ski trips and just how much fun we had. And Joe and, you know, Sherry, don't go, Sherry, right? Yeah. Doesn't go to this church, but they're funny. And, oh gosh, there's just so many things.
Tracy, you have to tell the story of when your mom cut the bushes out front.
My mom cut the bushes out front, killed the bushes.
Bless her. She just trimmed them.
They stayed dead for years before they were pulled
We
out.
were all hoping God would send some miraculous sign.
Tornado to come through and rip it down. It was so terrible. And I remember a lot of things about my mom here, and I remember, you know, we'd sing hymns, and I'd say, Mom, pick an octave. High and low, you know, all that stuff.
Anything changed in the church, Jane, since when you first started coming here?
Oh, my, yes. Many things have changed, and my life as well as in the church. And, of course, we love this new building that we have now. So thankful to Helen Pittman for furnishing funds. And just everybody, you get close to people, and it's just like family.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Sort of a breakup in the church at Divern. We came here because the Thomases, I don't know whether you remember.
Vera and Henry.
And they lived next to us in the country there and went to the Divern church at the same time. They came over here and liked it quite well, and we came over at the time that they did. And I wrote for a letter from the church, from the Divern church to this one, and I took it up with you. I don't suppose you remember, but you said that, and I got a letter back from the pastor over there, and they said that he didn't feel like that this was a church that should, a little bit too liberal.
Oh.
Yes, he did. I still have the letter.
I'll be darned.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So anyhow, since I didn't have a letter, I asked you, I said, you told me that you're a member of this church.
Well, sure. I guess I'd forgotten about that. Gee.
Then we came just
I
on
think
our
you-
word.
So you think we're too liberal still?
Kids do things that we never did, and yet they have more opportunities too.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just difference, you know.
Huh.
And, well, a good many of the people in the Divern church and some in the Verdon church were from Bodark. That's, I don't know whether you know
Yeah,
where
the
that is,
township, yeah.
over on I-55.
Yeah,
And the Thomases were there,
right.
and the Clauses, you remember?
Uh-huh.
Okay, some of them didn't stay in the Baptist church, but Aunt Elle, my dad's sister, Ella Klaus, which is the mother of Edgar and Russell and Arthur, Ina and Lola.
Yeah.
Okay. When she died, they had to have the funeral in a different church because this one was burned.
Oh, because of our church? Okay.
The time that it burned.
Yeah. Okay. Describe the church or the church family, how you feel about it in a couple words or phrase or something. How would you, what words would you use to describe?
Well, I'm liberal, I guess.
They were right about us.
No, I found this church to be very satisfactory as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, we have never found anything that, you know, that's the only thing I find in these churches I can't hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I realize I'm losing my,
Yeah.
my hearing,
Yeah.
and it's kind of awful. Your eyes are bad enough.
When you
I
come
know.
and sit and can't tell what's going on, it's not much fun, is it?
Well, I read half stuff through the whole sermons, never heard a word.
Really?
So how did you enjoy the cantata last Sunday? Did
Oh,
you?
I thought that was good.
Did you like it?
You
Oh,
bet,
good.
that was good.
Oh,
I
good.
told it was your fault.
Yeah, my dad, yeah, he said, you said.
I have to think.
I don't like to call him Brett.
Yeah, that's all he's ever been known by, so.
And that's what everyone does, you know.
Yeah.
He's so nice. He's so.
She was never, she was about 19, 18 or 19 years old. And they didn't have any place to change their clothes. They were baptized, and then they had to go someplace else. Well, she went down where somebody, right there, across from the parsonage, an aunt lived there, right from the parsonage. And by the time she got there, her clothes were frozen to her.
Oh, my.
So
Who was this? This was your
my mother.
your mother.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Her name was Lena McLaughlin there.
And was she a member? She was a
Yes,
member of
she
our
was.
church then.
Yes, she was.
Ah.
So, I'm glad now we don't have to do that anymore.
Well, yeah. We even have a heater in our baptistry now, Irene.
That's it.
Gee, that's a real sacrifice, isn't it?
Oh, but that,
So have you been in the church all your life? Have you? So what's changed in the church in the past 10, 20 years?
well, when I was in the nursery car class, we sat on little benches, and they were all covered with cotton. And I'll tell you who was the teacher. It was she's Mary Agnes' mother.
Okay.
She was
Mrs. Walkington? Yeah.
she was the and in the summer we'd go out. They'd tear out those benches out, and we'd go out underneath that big tree. Now whether it's the same tree or not, but that big tree there along there, and we had our Sunday school out there.
Ah. Huh. Any special people you remember from the past that,
Well, no, I don't suppose I can. I had one of my daughters was married there, and one of my sons was there, and
Irene, what do you remember about the church when it burned? What were your feelings and thoughts when the church burned?
I was just before Linda was born, and George had brought the kids into Sunday school, and he had started to, and she was waiting for one of them because they had gone with over some of them to the Christian church, and they weren't supposed to do that, but they did anyhow. And he was right there in front of them when it started burning.
oh, really?
And, well, he said, everybody was excited about it and everything. I think he said, I believe they said, this old ran out and got them up to books. I believe she did. I heard somebody say that she went in after it started burning, she ran in and got
I was gonna say, I know they saved a couple of things, some of the books and stuff, but that was about it, so.
yeah. So, I think they said it was old.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what to think.
Sure.
Because that's the only thing I'd gone to there when I was a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
We used to have what we call Children's Day, and we had, I don't do they do that anymore?
Like Rally Day?
They had, yes, we sang and sometimes it would be in the evening.
Just the kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't think of it. The only person that she and I danced with, did you know Ernest Gold?
No.
She was my partner. I was a little bit weird, but we had some kind of, we sang a song.
What was it? Can you sing it for
Can
us?
you sing it?
I can't imagine about what it would be. We sang a song.
Huh.
And Miss Bernice Gold, I remember very well with that little girl. She wasn't as old as I was, but,
Huh.
well, I don't know, maybe.